Good evening and welcome to The Frenzy. I'm Amy Zimmer. Preston Harvey and the rest of the team will join us in just a few minutes. Entering week 2 of the high school football season, teams have shaken off most of the dust and beginning to find their rhythm on the field. While a handful of teams hit the road for big non-region matchups, there was still plenty of action across Southeast Georgia and the South Carolina Lowcountry. Kicking the night off at Pooler Stadium, the Jenkin Warriors colliding with the Bluffton Bobcats. Wouldn't be the last Friday of August without a little rain. Warriors in the hunt for their first win of the season. Bobcats looking to go 2-0. The name of this game, defense. First quarter, how about a pick six by Jenkins? Hunter Newman to open scoring. Yeah, go ahead and give Newman the chain to celebrate on the sideline. 7-0 Warriors. Later in the first, Warriors defense forces another punt. And check it out, Trenton Rhodes on the return, zigzags his way through traffic. He's going to be stopped just right outside the red zone. Bobcats defense makes Warriors settle for a field goal. John Seidensticker makes it 14-0 Jenkins. Less than 2 minutes left in the first. Jenkins not letting up. Bobcats quarterback Max Von Hohenstraten intercepted again, this time by Warriors Billy Johnson. Johnson needed 3 Bluffton defenders to finally stop him. Jenkins fired up, however, Bobcats start to claw back. Second quarter here, and that's Bluffton forcing the turnover. Bo Hohenstraten connects with Kamari Simmons for a nice gain here, and then a few plays later, Bobcats' Roderick Buxton gets the call, muscles his way into the end zone. Bluffton cuts Jenkins' lead to 14-7 at the half, and this one was a battle. Jenkins would go on to win the final 34-21. Time to welcome in Preston Harvey now, who is on the south side of Savannah for a pair of exciting matchups. Preston, how was it going out there tonight?
Week of the high school football season. The New Hampstead Phoenix taking on the Windsor Forest Knights at Memorial Stadium. Some first quarter action. Knights quarterback Dante Dorman unable to handle the snap. New Hampstead forces a safety for the first points of the game. Phoenix lead 2-0. Staying in the first quarter, how about this? Quarterback Paulie Seeley with a dime to Malachi Lund. What a catch! Over 50 yards. Yeah, that's a reason to celebrate now. The field goal pushes New Hampstead's lead to 9. The Phoenix not stopping there. Seeley to Jalen Hampton, showing off the strength, breaking a couple of tackles on his way into the end zone. New Hampstead leads 16-0. The Phoenix will go on to win the game, the final 44-7. Swinging over to Savannah Country Day, the Hornets taking on Pinewood Christian. The theme of the game was Neon Day. Check out all the colors by the student section. Country Day leading 14-0 with under a minute left before the half. Third and long for the Hornets. Walker Todd with a huge interception for the Patriots to prevent the score. Country Day would take a 14-point lead into the half. Opening the third quarter, the Hornets with a handoff to Michael Grandy, plowing through the defense for the big gain. Country Day still on top, 14-0. Under 5 minutes left in the third, why not continue to feed the hot hand? Barton mixing to Grandy, who muscles his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Hornets take a 21-0 lead. Country Day will go on to win the final 28-6. Back to you, Amy.
All right, thanks so much, Preston. We'll check back in with you in just a few minutes. To Long County High School we go. Blue Tide hosting the Tattnall County Warriors. Away team gets things going offensively midway through the first quarter. From deep in their own territory, David Hill breaks free, off to the races all the way inside the Long County 10. However, the Blue Tide defense would stiffen and keep the Battle Creek Warriors out of the end zone. Long County gets the big fourth down stop. And then on the very next play, check this out. Tattnall County tackles the runner in the end zone here for a safety, and they have a 2-0 lead just like that. Long County would later answer with a long touchdown and then convert the 2-point conversion for an 8-2 Blue Tide lead. And Long County goes on to defeat Tattnall County 22-9 the final. It was the battle for Liberty County tonight in Hinesville as Bradville Institute hosted Liberty County. Here's our Dave Williams with a recap.
Well, Amy, here at Olby Field in Hinesville, it's the Battle of Liberty County, and you could say it's a tale of two different teams. For the visiting Panthers, they're looking to build on their recent success. However, for the Bradwell Tigers, well, they're looking to turn around their fortunes. They're riding a 24-game losing streak, their last win coming in October of 2019.
And this was a close one early as Liberty County led 19-12 at halftime, but we're looking for more to open the second half as quarterback Carlos Cavarine Singleton appears to have nowhere to go, but he manages to wiggle his way free and takes off for some nice yardage. But Singleton wasn't done. A couple of plays later, he shows his athleticism again as the Panthers continue to matriculate down the field. However, the Tiger defense began to stiffen as Elijah Thurman says to Singleton, "Not this time," and sacks him. Then on fourth down, they come up with another stop and end the drive. However, it wasn't enough as Liberty County hands Bradwell's 25th consecutive loss, 32-12 the final. In Liberty County, Dave Williams, WJCL 22 News.
All right, thanks so much, Dave. Still plenty more games to get to here on the Frenzy. Coming up, we are headed to the Low Country for our Carolina Clash Game of the Week. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Frenzy. Time to head over to the South Carolina Low Country for our Carolina Clash Game of the Week. Exciting night at John Paul II as the Golden Warriors kick off the 2022 campaign. The Golden Warriors making the move to Class 3A this year and hungry for a winning season. First quarter here, John Paul II quarterback Christian Tilton stumbles, pitches the ball back, but covered by Bethesda. Talk about quick reaction 4th down of the ensuing drive, Bethesda quarterback Tristan Randall connects with Jaleel Calhoun. Yeah, no catching him, takes it to the end zone. 2-point conversion, no good, makes it 6-0 Bethesda. Later in the first, in the Bethesda duo again. Randall to Calhoun for the quick touchdown, 12-0 Bethesda. To the second quarter we go. John Paul II fighting back. Tilton finds Anthony Hill. Look at this, stretches for the goal line. 2-point conversion good, 12-8 Bethesda. Bethesda Academy spoils John Paul II season home opener with a 40-24 win. Time now to check in with our Rick Snow, who is on Whitmarsh Island. Hey, Rick.
Here at Island Stadium, the Sharks are looking for their first win after dropping their season opener to Calvary Day a week ago. They're taking on Savannah Christian, a team trying to make it 2 in a row after whipping Hilton Head Christian last week. On Island's first possession, they were forced to punt. Kenry Wall fields it at midfield for Savannah Christian, and he makes a nice move, then follows his blockers all the way to the end zone, and it was quickly 7-0 Raiders. On the ensuing kickoff, kicker Ethan Bird expertly executes the onside kick and recovers it himself at midfield, and the Raiders were back in business. The drive is capped off by Zoe Small's run up the middle into the end zone to make it 14-0 Savannah Christian. The Raider defense was being very stingy and didn't allow the Sharks any room to maneuver, shutting down play after play. Still in the first quarter, the handoff goes to Kenry Wall again, and he rambles into the end zone from 15 yards out to make it 21-0 less than 8 minutes into the game, and the Raiders roll on to a 69-6 victory to improve to 2-0 in the young season. Rick Snow, WJCL 22 News.
Thanks, Rick. Down the road at Savannah High, the Blue Tide Jackets trailing the Academy of Richmond County 14-0 early in the second quarter. Jackets playing some good defense early, stuffing the run. However, it did not last. Musketeers quarterback Jack Murphy with the keeper. And how about this? Keeps his balance, picks up 15 yards, and that would set up their third touchdown moments later. Savannah High in punt formation at their own goal line, but watch out. The snap rolls back into the end zone, and Terrence Edwards able to avoid the safety. Only got to the 1-yard line. That sets up this one here. Taquan Bell for the touchdown. 28-0 Musketeers. And then just before halftime, look at this. Blue Jackets lose the ball. Andrew Williams there to score. Make it 35-0 at the half. Wow. And the Musketeers run away to a 49-0 win over Savannah High, which is now 0-2 in their own stadium. Oh yeah, get fired up for this one. Swinging over to Brantley County at Groves to the third quarter. Brantley County leading 27-0. Quarterback Marquez by the wood to the wide open teammate, taking it all the way to the end zone. 27-7 Brantley County. The next drive, Brantley County answer back. Kirkland Cannon to Anthony Walker up the sideline into the end zone. 33-8 Brantley County. Still in the third quarter, Brantley on the doorstep and barrels in for another touchdown. Brantley County would go on to win the final 40-8. Hey, more high school football on tap over the weekend. The 11th annual Irk Russell Classic set for Saturday at Paulson Stadium. Portal and Twiggs County will kick off the event at 6 p.m. And then in the nightcap, Statesboro and Southeast Bullock will collide at 9 p.m. You can catch a recap of the event Saturday night at 11 right here on WJCL. And that's going to do it for this week of The Frenzy. Thanks so much for joining us. Have a great night.